Hey there, friends. Today I have a story to tell you. It's about a boy named Samuel. You might think he lived in a house or in an apartment, but he didn't. Instead, he lived at the temple, which was more like a big tent. I wonder what it was like to live in a temple. I wonder what it was like to live in a temple. Maybe it was a little like living at church. I wonder where he slept. I wonder where he kept his things, and I wonder where he ate. Well, one night, Samuel was laying down to go to bed when he heard a voice calling for him. He sprang up out of bed and rushed to see what was going on. But the priest told Samuel to go back to bed. Then it happened again, and then a third time. Finally, the priest realized that God must be calling the boy. He told Samuel to go back and lay down. But if he heard his name again, say, "Speak, Lord, I'm listening." Sure enough, while he was laying down, his name was called again, and it was God. God was calling Samuel for an important job. I wonder what God's voice sounded like to Samuel. Maybe God's voice was soft like a whisper. Maybe it was high-pitched. Maybe it was deep and calming. Or maybe there was a bit of a smile heard in his voice. Well, just like God called Samuel, when God came to us as the person of Jesus, he also called a lot of people by name. He called disciples and he invited people to follow him, like Philip and Nathaniel. Just like God called Samuel and the disciples, he also knows you by name, and he wants you to follow him. In fact, Jesus wants all of us to follow him. But he knows more than just your name. He knows all about you. He knows what you like and what you don't like. He knows the number of hairs on your head, and he knows the words that you just said, and even what words you are going to say. God is able to do this because God is with us. That means God is with you, and God is with me. God is with everyone right now. It might be hard to imagine a God who is able to be everywhere and know everything about everyone. But that is who our God is. He can do far more than we can imagine. He knows us, and he invites every single one of us to follow him. But how do we follow Jesus? I can't see him. Can you? I assume you can't either. So how do we follow someone we can't see? Let's think about this. So pretend we're playing Follow the Leader. If I was a leader, you would do what I do, right? If I raised my arm, you would raise your arm. Or if I was singing a song, then you would repeat after me. In fact, let's do that.
Hey, yeah! Boom, chicka boom!
This is a repeat after me song. This is a repeat after me song. I said a boom, chicka boom. 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 I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom. Alright. One more time. Astronaut style. I said a zoom, chicka zoom. 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 I said a zoom, chicka rocka, chicka zoom. I said a zoom, chicka rocka, chicka zoom. Alright. One more time. Wedding style.
I do.
I said a groom, chicka groom. 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 I said a groom, chicka rocka, chicka groom. I said a groom, chicka rocka, chicka groom. Alright. One more time. Motorcycle style. I said a vroom. chicka rocka chicka vroom. All right. One more time. Flower style. I said a bloom, chicka bloom. 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 I said a bloom, chicka rocka chicka bloom. I said a bloom, chicka rocka chicka bloom. All right. One more time. King Tut style. I said a tomb, chicka tomb. 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 I said a tomb, chicka rocka chicka tomb. I said a tomb, chicka rocka chicka tomb. All right. No more time. We're done. Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Now that was fun. You see, Jesus wants us to repeat after him or follow his lead. But because we can't see him, we need to know about the things he did so that we can live like he did. So, how did Jesus live? There are two things I want you to remember. Jesus knew God loved him, and he shared God's love with others. So first, Jesus knew God loved him. Because of this, he spent a lot of his time talking to God by praying. Jesus also knew God loved others, so he spent a lot of his life helping, serving, and caring for others. Jesus did this for his mom's friends, for the rulers of the land, for huge crowds, for the religious, for the poor, for the young, for the old, and even the sick. Jesus wants everyone to know God's love. So, to follow Jesus, we can start by doing these same things. We can trust God's love for us and share God's love with others. To review, I have 3 questions for you. First, can you think of anyone whom God called by name? Maybe you thought of Samuel or the disciples. If so, give yourself a pat on the back. Question 2. Does God know your name? Look to someone in the room and answer either yes or no. If you answered yes, you are correct. And he knows so much more about you also. And he wants you to follow him. Which brings me to my last question, question 3. What are the 2 things we can do to follow Jesus? If you said trust God's love and show God's love to others, then give yourself a round of applause. Great job. God wants everyone to trust his love and show his love to others as we follow him. In closing, check out this song and remember that Jesus invites all of us to follow him, and that includes you.
Me, Mark 1, verse 17, with my